What's going on YouTube? It's your boy, Just a G. Finally back making a video. I haven't made a video in a while. I apologize. Been busy with school and just doing what I do. But today we're talking about the Cisco College Wranglers. I used to play on this team last year, so I'm gonna basically do a breakdown of each player I saw get in the game. I've been going to the games all year. I went to the first game that was in Kansas. It was up in Coffeyville. And then I've just been traveling with going around watching the games, and so I'm gonna do a player analysis based on the people I know and the people I've seen in the game. So if I don't know you or if I didn't see you in the game, then I'm not gonna do a rating on you. For everybody else, I'm gonna give a rating on how I feel about them so far in the season, and everything I'm doing is based off of the 3 games I've seen, and especially the last one because the last one was a big win. Okay, so we'll start off with number 1, J.J. Johnson. J.J. Johnson, he listed at 5'10", 170. He's a receiver out of Converse, Texas. UIW bounce back. So I'm gonna go to his game log and basically show you what he's done. Okay, so second game he got 3 catches for 32 yards, and his longest reception was 15 yards. From what I've seen from this dude, he wears number 1. So if you're wearing number 1, you gotta be some type of significant player on the team. He hasn't been getting that many targets. And last game I observed that he had bad body language when he wasn't getting the ball. So that's probably why he's not getting the ball. But I feel like if he can just keep a positive attitude, don't put his hands up in the air when he's not getting the ball and stuff like that, he'll get more touches. But yeah, it's number 1. So we'll go to number 2 now. Number 2, Landon Vessel. Landon Vessel was last year's MVP of the conference. He's a 6', 210-pound quarterback from Clear Falls High School. He went to Houston Christian after last fall, went there in the spring, and then came back to Cisco. We'll go to his career log, passing yards. Okay, so first game of the year, he went 11 for 18 with 60% completion, 130 yards, and 1 touchdown. Second game of the year, 9 for 13, 70%, 85 yards, didn't do too much. And then the third game, 6 for 11, 102 yards, 1 touchdown. Touchdown came off a fade ball that I watched. It was a home game too, so I got to see it. He's splitting time with another quarterback. I'll mention him later. Right now, it's a quarterback battle between him and number 10. I feel like for him, the way for him to improve is to stop looking through the progressions. If you don't see your first progression, then take off and run. Because he's been taking way too many sacks, and sacks are never good. If you take a sack as a quarterback, you're basically losing the whole possession. That's basically going to be a 4 and out if you take a sack. So if he can lock in and just recognize that the first read ain't open, do 2 checks and then go, he'll get better and play better. All right. Here we go. Number 3, Trey Sharp from Abilene. I played with him last year. Same thing. He's a defensive player. He plays safety. So the first game he had a forced fumble. Yeah. So 1 forced fumble. And they say he has 2 tackles on the year. He didn't do much in the last couple games. I think he needs to, for him to be better and for him to get more tackles and stuff like that, he's got to break down, get low, and make the tackle, no arm tackle. That's basically what all DBs do. They try to arm tackle, but he's wearing number 3. He's supposed to be the tone-setting safety, so I'd like to see more violence from him in the future. Okay, number 4, Keandre Lewis. Okay, I don't know this guy at all. It says he has 1 tackle, 2 games played, and an interception. Pretty sure, let's see where it came from. Interception was at Trinity Valley. That interception was nice. I do remember it. I think he's been playing pretty good, decent. He's an older guy from Austin, Texas, so rooting for him because I'm from Austin too. Okay, here we go. Number 5, Isaiah King. Last game he had a really big game. I'll go to it right now. Here we go. Receiving yards, he went for 4 catches, 163 yards, 2 touchdowns. Had an amazing game. He a D1 bounce back from Central Arkansas. I think he's a really good player. He got a couple catches in the first game, didn't do nothing the second game, came back, had a big statement game this game. I think that he's a good receiver. Gets open, stays consistent in his routes, and it finally paid off for him. So I'm hoping to see that he continues this trend and he keeps going crazy. I have nothing bad to say. No improvements to be made. Just keep doing what you're doing. All right, this is a guy I was on red shirt with. His name is Cam Gardner. He's a backup. I think he's a backup linebacker, backup safety, something like that. He's in a rotational guy. He'll come back next year because he has another year eligibility. Last game he had a tackle. He ain't been doing too much, but that's because he's a rotational guy. I mean, defense is really good, so any type of chance he gets to get in the game, he got to go out there and make a statement. Okay. Number 7, Keith Rockwell. Man, I'll only say good things about this guy. Great guy. So I'll show you his stats so far. Let's go to rushing game log. Okay, first game, 95 yards, 2 touchdowns. Second game, he fumbled twice, which wasn't good. They lost the game, but he still had 44 yards. It was a rough game, to be honest. And then last game, he had a really good game, had a touchdown, 63 yards on 14 carries. And then he actually caught some passes too. He's a receiving back as well. So that first game, he had 5 receptions for 65 yards. Second game, he had 4 receptions for 46 yards. Last game, he had 1 reception, 4 yards. This guy's been playing like an all-conference player. I wouldn't be surprised if he went D1 after this. Really good player. Think he got to just keep going. And he's a starting running back. He's proven himself. He's a true number 7 because he scores 7 points every time he gets on the field. Okay. Here we go with Tate Allen, number 8, second-year player, sophomore out of Bryan, Texas, 6'1", 225, muscular guy, very good, very good. Last year he's really good. This year he's been consistent with being good. This year they had him with a total of 19 tackles and 1 interception that came last game off of a pressure. So yeah, this guy, he's gonna end up D1 too. Really good player, has a lot of good film. Looking forward for him to keep going. Great linebacker. Likes to run and smash. Perfect for, the system. All right, go number 9, the tight end. Brock, he's 6'2", 230. Redshirt sophomore out of Houston. I remember the first game, they executed a fake handoff to him, and he got smacked, and then he ended up causing them to score through that. So I think he's a good player, team player. First game, he had 2 receptions for 5 yards, and last game, he had 1 reception for 6 yards. He came from Midwestern State. I think this dude's a good player. He's a team player. He doesn't beg for the ball. He just go out there and do his assignment. That's what I like to see out of a tight end. I mean, you're just out there doing what you got to do. Okay, we go to number 10, Cutter Stewart, the other quarterback who's splitting time with Landon. He came from Houston Christian as well. He's been having he's been playing good. Every time he gets in the game, it seems like they can actually drive the ball down the field. First game, he has 6 completions on 8 attempts, 75%. In the second game, he had a really good game, 11 for 16. They lost the game, but he showed that he can drive the ball down the field. Same thing with last game, too. Had a good game. In the quarterback battle, I think if he stays consistent, he can potentially win the job. Every time he gets on the field, the offense operates very smoothly. So I like the little rotation they got with him in number 2. It's going to be interesting to see who has if they're going to split time all year or what's going to really happen with that. Okay. Number 11, Jaden Jackson. I know him from last year too. 5'8", 225 linebacker. Very good too. Probably he's one of the hardest hitters on the team for sure. Like, you talking about linebacker hitting somebody, he does that. So yeah, he's had 7 tackles over the course of 3 games. Tackles for loss, he had 1 right there. That's what matters when it comes down to, who's going to get all conference at the end of this thing. So he's pretty good. He's a backup linebacker, but it basically split time. I also meant to say that Keith, Tate Allen, both of them on the watch list for all conference. Same thing with, what's his name? Number 10. I think number 10 could do something. Vessel could do something too, because they both are good quarterbacks. Okay, we go to number 12, Blewett, Davion Blewett. He switched positions from receiver to defensive back this year. He's a hard-hitting safety. He has 2 games played, 2 tackles. I think once he gets when we get further along in the season, he'll be vital because he hits really hard. 5'10", 170 from Duncanville. Comes from a winning program. So looking forward to see what he does as the season goes on. I know he's a rotational safety. And then we got Anthony Johnson, number 13, 6'3", 340, tight end. One of the sneakiest players on the team. I think that if they give him the ball more, he could really make an impact. He had 1 reception the first game for 6 yards, 2 receptions for 16 last game. I feel like if they can give him the ball more and let him just operate in space, that'll really be what the offense needs. Because the offense needs that guy that they can consistently go to. And he's one of the guys I think can really make that impact. So, yeah, good player, though. Okay, we go to number 14, Jamal Hall. This is the best receiver on the team right here. 5'10", 170. He was all conference first team last year. Came back this year to finish off what he started. They use him in the receiving and rushing. So last game he had 1 attempt, 40 yards. Had a big play. And then receiving, the first game, 5 receptions, 33 yards. 3 receptions, 54 yards. He's the number 1 receiver, so he gets put on the hardest cornerback. But he's a really good player. I think that he could end up at, I don't know where he could end up at. He could be a D1, D2 player. I probably think he'll end up at a D1. He's pretty talented. All right, here we go. All right, Jaden Burnett, I don't know this guy, so I won't do too much talking about him. I haven't seen him in the field. Number 16, Ferguson. Fergie, that's my boy. All right, so basically he played 3 games, 2 tackles, sophomore defensive back out of Richardson. He's 6'1", 170. He's had pretty good games. He hasn't really got bombed on, hasn't really done too much, kind of kept things in the box. I like to see him get more physical with the receivers and catch a pick. Because last game he was super close to getting one, but he couldn't quite bring it in. But overall, he's a good corner. Okay. We'll go to Lior Minji, 3rd string quarterback, 5'10", 190 out of Fort Worth, Texas. He's a rotational guy. He can come back next year because he's a redshirt freshman, so he's got to just stay motivated. That's how it is with the quarterbacks. Who else is this? Number 19, Kenneth Rosenthal. 4th string quarterback, 6', 190 out of Houston, Texas. Same thing with him. He got to just take advantage of the reps he gets. And when he gets those reps, make an impact. That's all you can do. Because when you're not starting a quarterback, it's hard. So you got to just come in and do what you can do. All right, number 20, Steven Eifert. He's the kicker. He had an amazing year so far. He had a 44-yard field goal last game. Very athletic, 6', 150. Good kicker. I mean, not too much I got to say about that. Kicks the ball good. Hasn't missed too many kicks. Doing his thing right now. All right. Now we go to number 21, Kyler Kirkland. 5'11", 205-pound running back. Redshirt freshman, so he was redshirted with me last year. He had a big game last game. Let me get to it right here. So, yeah, last game, 3 attempts, 82 yards, and a touchdown. He had like a 60-yard rush, and he couldn't punch it in, so they handed it off to him on the 1, and he scored last game. He also had a tackle. Probably came from like a special teams unit. Very good running back. He's the number 2 running back right now behind number 7. But him and Keith are a good combination of backs. I like how he plays. All right. Chris Abron. He's like the running back 3 right now. 5'9", 200. When he did get in the game, though, he actually is pretty good. He got in the mix during Trinity Valley. He was running hard. Same thing with Kilgore. He runs hard. Got in at the end of the game. Did what he could do. But honestly, yeah, they have a good rotation right now at the running back position, so I'm not really too concerned about that at all. Number 23, James Adams, 6', 170 out of Duncanville. This is a D1 corner. He has a couple offers. I really don't got to say anything about him. It's Box City. He has all the receivers strapped up right now. Had a good year. He'll be first team all conference. Number 24, A.J. Harris, 5'7", 175. Incarnate Word bounce back. He had a big game last game. Had an interception. He's had 13 tackles on the season. He plays with a violent intent. Very good safety. I don't know where he'll end up after this. I'm predicting he'll end up at a MIAA school. It's very good. I think that last game he showed that he's really like that. When he caught that pick, it looked very clean. It was like his reaction time was nice. It was just good. Basically, good player right here, number 24. Definitely a defensive-minded person because that's what I used to play. So obviously, I'm gonna be rooting for the defense. This is Bryce McDonald, number 25. Same thing with him. He's been going crazy the last couple of games. 2 pass breakups versus Coffeyville. He had an interception last game. He's been playing good, 14 tackles in a year. Prairie View bounce back. I think he'll get some good offers. He's pretty good. 5'11", 170. Pretty good player. I think he plays safety for the team. They have him mixed around, kind of like a nickel safety type of thing. Okay. Now I'll go number 26, Dre Douglas. 6'1", 175 redshirt freshman out of Odessa. When he's in the game, I'm going to be honest, he's locking stuff up. So he's cornerback number 3 right now. I think he should get more playing time. That's how I feel. He plays really good. Hasn't gave up any big plays. He's very violent in the run game too. So anything you want in the corner, he got it. Okay, let's go to the next guy I know. J.J. Willis. 5'10", 180 linebacker. Last game he had a good game. He forced a fumble and then had a fumble recovery in the same play. I'm thinking that he's about to start taking off right now that the season has got going and all that. He's going to have opportunity to really make some more plays. Last game he played really good, so I'm looking forward to see where he keeps going from here. All right, here we go. Number 31, Corey Andrews. He plays defensive end. He's 6'1", 240. Out of Orlando, Florida. He's played pretty decent. Like the D-line, they have a rotation, so every player has opportunity to make a play. He's been kind of consistent, just like making his plays, getting his tackles. Honestly, he just got to get in the field and try to get to the quarterback. That's all you can do as a D-lineman. He hasn't played bad, though. He's played pretty decent. Hasn't had a bad year at all. Looking for him to turn up as the season continues. Number 33, Nolan Dahl. I think that's how you say his name. He's from Dripping Springs, 6', 200 linebacker. He's a good linebacker. I think he's the backer behind Tate Allen. He's pretty good. He's going to have another year eligibility after this, so I'm not going to go too far in on him, but he's been playing pretty good. Okay. Let's go to the next person I really know. Okay. Here you go. Number 44, Tyler Masters, 5'8", 225 from Dallas, Texas. The hardest hitting linebacker on the team, for sure. He was second team all-conference last year. He's had 24 tackles this year. He's back on pace to be an all-conference player. Think that he'll end up at a good D2, maybe a small D1. But he's a great player. He's a little smaller in size with the height, but it doesn't really matter when you're making the plays. So hardest hitting linebacker on the team by far. Plays with a ruthless intent. That's what you like to see. Okay. Number 52, Emmanuel Hawkins. He was getting active in that first game. We'll look at all his stats. First game, he had a sack, 4 assisted tackles. Then he had a couple tackles last game, a couple tackles the game before that. He looked like he was hurt on the sideline. After the game, he didn't look like he was like really getting in there as much as he normally did. But 6'3", 275, came from ULM. He'll probably go back D1. He has good size, fast guy. Most of these D linemen haven't really got any sacks since the conference started, so that's what we're looking to see right here. Okay, number 53, Daniel Wacobia, 6'2", 275 out of Houston, starting center. He's playing pretty good. And he's the vocal leader of the team on the offensive line, especially. He's been holding it down. O-line's been blocking pretty decently, so no complaints. Okay, here we go. Number 54, Darian Talley is my guy. 6'1", I shouldn't have said that. 6'1", 345 from Hurst, Texas. He also has been playing really good. He plays guard for the team, starting guard. He had a tackle the last game, and it was a special teams tackle. He ran the dude down, slammed him. So he hawked somebody down at 350 pounds. If that's not effort, I don't know what is. So yeah, very good character player and blocking good this year. All right, here we go. We go back. Jeremiah Allen. I think he's a tackle on the team. He's been playing pretty good too. I don't know this guy at all, but I just know that the offensive line been playing decent. 6'3", 360, 6'3", 260. Offensive line been playing good. Haven't seen too much. If I don't have a problem with the O line, that means they're all playing good. So playing good so far. This is Ryan Hughes, number 56, 6 foot 290 from Pearsall, Texas. He was redshirted last year with me. He played pretty good this game. He's been getting violent. Hasn't been giving up a lot of pressures. So honestly, another good lineman. Okay. Now we'll skip past some of these people. Now we go Miles Barrett. He's a backup O lineman. This is my boy though. 6'1", 300 pounds. He has been getting in the game a lot because, it's offensive line. If you're the backup, you got to wait your turn. But good player at the end of the day. All right. We'll keep going on to the receivers now. I'm only talking about the receivers I've seen in the game. I won't talk about the receivers I've seen in the game or the receivers that I think have potential to go crazy. All right, so Caleb Beck, he's 6'1", 195, hasn't been in the game. I think he's a special teams type of guy. But on special teams, he's doing his thing, so that's why I included him in the video. Let's go to... This dude's kind of famous on TikTok. I've seen him on TikTok before. 5'6", 155 receiver. Caleb Scott Kelly. He has a good route tree. He just hasn't been in the game that much. And the offense hasn't been throwing the ball as effectively. We kind of hit the same guys over and over again. So the back receivers haven't been getting in as much, but that doesn't mean they won't get in the future. We go to number 85, Xavier Brown. I went to school with him last year. He was really cool. He was recovering from an injury. He's 6'1", 185 out of Mesquite Horn High School. He's a D1 bounce back from Northern Colorado. I think when he gets in the game, he can really show what he can do. He'll definitely have a good game. He just to stay down and just wait his turn too. All right. Number 87, Caleb Benton. Backup receiver on the team, good dude. He blocks hard, runs hard. If he gets opportunity, he can also potentially go crazy in the game too. So that's basically all the skill positions right there. And then now I'm gonna start going into the D line. So we'll start with DJ, number 90, 6'1", 290, from North Carolina. He's a good defensive tackle. He has one D1 offer, I think, to SEMO. So yeah, he's been pretty good. Very funny character. He's been holding down in the trenches of the D line. So this is probably the best part of the team right now is the D line because they've been getting back there, and it's really the D line and the linebackers. They've just been running and smashing, and that's what keeps them in these games. The ability to create pressure on the quarterback. Number 91, Majay Mickles, 6'1", 255. He had one sack at the very beginning of the year, right there versus Coffeyville. And then he didn't do too much in the Trinity Valley game. And in the last game, he had one tackle. And had a tackle for loss. So he played pretty good. He plays defensive end. I think that this year he just needs to lock in and trust the process is all you can do. Because in D-line, you get rotated a lot. So when you get in, you got to make a play. All right, this is Cuba. He's 6'3", 275. He got in the game last game, and then he had like a special teams. He blocked the kick. So looking to see how he does this year. He's big, strong, physical dude, 6'3", 275. I feel like as the course of time goes, if he gets more experience next year, if he comes back or not, I don't know, but I know he'll be a good player. All right, here we go. Number 94, Tylen Lewis. 6'4", 205 out of Houston, Texas. He was previously at Stephen F. Austin. He had 2 sacks the very first game versus Coffeyville. And then he had another decent game versus Trinity Valley. Last game he didn't do too much. I think this guy is going to turn to outside linebacker because he's 6'4", 205. We don't got too much weight on him, but he's speedy. So on the next level, I see him transitioning to a strictly an outside linebacker and not really a defensive lineman. All right. Number 95, Natia Henson, 6'2", 255. He's a rotational guy on the D line. Really good, honestly. He came from Mississippi Valley State. I think when he gets in the game, he plays with a passion to go get the football. So I'm looking to see what he keeps doing. I think he should get a little more rotation sometimes. He's a pretty good player. Number 96, Nathan Nickerson. This is my brother. 6'1", 230 out of Anna, Texas. Redshirt freshman. He's played 3 games so far. First game in Coffeyville, they won. He didn't do too much. Didn't give really, just a couple like assisted tackles. And then versus Trinity Valley, they really didn't run his way at all. So he's just getting more assisted tackles. And then last game, first home game, he had a huge game. He had 2 big sacks. So now that's the only sacks that the team has during conference play. So that's really good. He had 2 really big sacks last game and a couple pressures. So he had a nice breakout game last game. I'm looking forward to see what he'll keep doing. If he keep that same type of ruthless intent and keep getting these sacks, he'd be an all-conference guy. His sacks is what matters at D-line, and he got 2 of them last game, so he can capitalize, keep going. It'll be something good for him. This dude didn't play. Number 97, Ethan Martell. He played 3 games, got 6 tackles. He played pretty good that first game. He was getting back there, had a tackle for loss and a forced fumble. And then Trinity Valley game, they didn't really run in his way either. Kind of same scenario. And then last game, he had 2 assisted tackles. Playing pretty decent. The whole D-line's pretty good. You just got to get to that quarterback. You got to get more guys getting sacks. Number 98, McKendy Jean, 6'2", 290 out of Naples, Florida. He's a good defensive lineman. He played pretty good last year. Looking to continue to do what he did from last year. He's had a couple of tackles each game. I think 2 tackles that first game, 3 last game. Just stopping up the middle. This next week will be a test for him because they're going to run the ball a lot. So we're going to see what happens. And then number 99, Mukadi. I'm just going to call him his last name. 6'2", 295 out of Beaufort, Georgia. Came from Murray State, D1 bounce back. He's actually pretty good. When I saw him get in the game, good defensive tackle. He got 2 tackles last game. He's starting to break out. So, yeah, the defensive line looking good. I think that if they continue to do what they're doing, that'll be the staple of the team. Most of this, everybody on the list here, they're all good players. I gave my analysis on how I think they've been doing so far up to these 3 games. Next week they play Northeast Oklahoma A&M, and then this is their team right here. I heard they're a run team. They got big offensive linemen, so that'll be a test for the D-line and linebackers to make the right calls and make the right reads and really try to capitalize here and have a big win. I'm gonna go to the schedule so y'all can see their record. First week they won 21-14 over Coffeyville. The week after that, they lost to Trinity Valley in a nail biter. They should have won that game. They just didn't play up to par. And then Kilgore, they had a dominant win, 37-20. Next week is homecoming for them. Play at 1 o'clock in Northeastern Oklahoma A&M. They'll be in Cisco, Texas, so I'll be at the game again. What I'm looking to see is just more dominance on the defense. Like the defensive line got to come with it again. Linebackers got to come with it again. If the defense plays how they play, we're fine. We just got to get this offense going, figure out who's going to be the guy at quarterback, and figure out who's going to be our guy at receiver, considering you can't just have one receiver on the team that does most of the work. So next week, I'm looking to see what happens, and I'll come back with another breakdown. I appreciate y'all watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe for more videos. I'm out.